And now, your feature presentation. Hey, ho, 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 everybody. It's Cameron here from Cult Classics Podcast, along with my co-host,
Mark Nussle.
Jordan Jones.
We're getting a little late here to the Christmas spirit, the Christmas season kickoff, but we're coming in with a bit of a questionable one. Doesn't feel like Christmas. We're leading in from the Halloween season with the horror Christmas movie, Krampus.
You guys both said that really jolly.
Krampus. When his dysfunctional family clashes over the holidays, young Max gets disillusioned and turns his back on Christmas. Meanwhile, this lack of festive spirit unleashes the wrath of Krampus, a demonic force of ancient evil intent on punishing non-believers. All hell breaks loose as beloved holiday icons take on a monstrous life of their own, laying siege to the fractured family's home and forcing them to fight for one another if they hope to survive. Krampus.
From the guy who brought you Trick or Treat, Michael Dougherty, starring Adam Scott, Toni Collette, Allison Tolman, David Kochner,
Whammy! You know who he is.
and MJ Anthony.
It's got a solid, talented cast that elevates a movie like this that most movies like this don't have.
You know, when you're having Christmas and your scary old German grandmother brings her culture with her.
Yeah, if your scary old German grandmother's tending the fire, better worry about Krampus.
This movie succeeds because it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's kind of fun, it is campy, and they lean into that a little bit for the fun, you know?
Let me give my best Krampus impersonation.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
He's fucking, yeah.
You don't want to be on his list.
Krampus.
Cast and crew. All right, this movie, Krampus, is directed by Michael Dougherty. Also directed Trick or Treat, wrote on Trick or Treat, and wrote for, I think, one of the X-Men movies, X2, and Superman Returns.
Oh, interesting.
Also did the 2019 Godzilla, but let's not hold that against anybody. I'm sure it was fine.
Didn't hate it.
We had to have talked about him when we did Trick or Treat. Go back
Yeah,
and
I mean,
listen.
he honestly, because of Trick or Treat, it seems like he's great at doing a holiday special kind of movie, though. You know, he nailed Trick or Treat.
He knows how to do the seasonal classic and lean into the genre tropes.
Trick or Treat 2 is not out yet, right?
No, I think it's just like folklore. Everybody wants it to happen, but it's never going to happen.
He even talks about it. He mentioned that he's going to fully lean into like a hard rated R Trick or Treat 2. Hopefully that happens. I don't know.
Also, go back and listen to our Trick or Treat. Maybe save it for next Halloween. But I do want to say it has become mainstream. It's people like us who did. But the Cult Classics podcast was ahead of the game on Trick or Treat. That's all I want to say.
Onto the real quick, music by Douglas Pipes. What a great last name
That's
for
a great
composer,
name for me,
right?
yeah.
Pipes.
I know we say this a lot of the times, but the score really kills. It slaps, and I think it works really well.
So you'll recognize his work then from also Trick or Treat and Monster House.
Oh,
Ooh, solid.
two beloved
Go
movies.
back and listen.
I'm liking a lot of the crew.
Yeah, the crew is good here. Onto the cast. MJ Anthony plays little Maxie. I knew I recognized this little fucker
from being any kid actor.
Oh, Mark knows him.
Chef, that Jon Favreau movie where he
okay.
travels with his dad.
Oh, yeah.
Food truck.
He did look somewhat familiar,
Yeah.
but I didn't know what it was. That'll do it.
I knew I'd seen him, and then he plays the voice of the young wolf in the live action Jungle Book, the newer one.
Oh, never actually saw that. Never got around to it.
Chef came out in 2014. Krampus came out in 2015. Just
So
to give you a little
same-
wheelhouse. Because I'm like, yeah, he looks exactly the same. I wonder when those movies came out. There you go.
Adam Scott plays the main character, I guess. Maybe
Stand in the place where you...
I mean, you obviously know him from Parks and Rec. We're going to get into this a little bit later because that's going to lean into our Mount Rushmore. But is this the first time he's popped up for us?
I think so, actually.
Did we do Secret
sure.
Life of Walter Mitty ever? Or is that
No.
No, you just bring it up a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
Good movie.
I don't know if we can sustain that whole movie, but we can do it if you want.
I do love that
We
movie.
all want to go skateboarding with the mountains in the background, except I can't skateboard.
Beautiful.
Is that what we're getting at?
Yeah.
There you go.
Bomb a hill
That's
on a
the
longboard.
abridged version.
Jordan's Toni Collette plays Sarah. Jordan, take it away.
She's just a really underrated actress. I think. Go listen. If you want me to be embarrassed to walk something back, go back and listen to our Knives Out. Maybe I went too hard in the paint.
You called her the best actress of our time, I think.
I don't know. Man.
She's a good actress, yeah.
I don't listen to this podcast. Can I just reiterate? She's Australian. How would we have known? I've never even seen she might be English.
He doesn't even know. She's that good.
I just watched Hereditary. That's where I kind of mostly, but yeah, Knives Out.
How'd she do? How'd she do in Hereditary?
She killed it. Did you know she's Australian?
No, I did not. I didn't even know. She may not even be human. She's a really good actress. I don't know how to walk the back. I just think she's pretty good, and she doesn't get stuff.
I thought I recognized the grandma Omi, which is grandma in German. Anyways, I thought I recognized her, Krista Stadler, but she's just in a lot of German, Austrian TV. So
that makes sense.
And
cut to Mark watching an absurd amount of German and Austrian TV.
Yeah, that's why he says Krampus so well.
Krampus. I like to Krampus, if you know what I'm trying. Anyway,
cut it out.
Allison Tolman is played by Linda is played by Allison Tolman. I just watched Good Girls. She's in that.
She's had to have popped up in something. Is she in A League of Their Own? No, she would have been too young for that. Never mind.
I think she could have been though.
Oh, I just watched Ever After last night. She's in that. She plays one of the stepdaughters. With Drew Barrymore, Cinderella story.
Is she the one?
It's an old one, right? That's a 90s movie.
Oh yeah. Is she in that 2.5 Men? Is she the neighbor?
Well,
or she just look like her.
The aunt from this movie is in 2.5 Men.
Yeah. Sorry, that one. That's what I meant.
Okay, yeah, that Aunt Dorothy. That's Conchata Farrell.
You would also know her from Mr. Deeds. She's I forget her character in that, but
no, not her. Sorry, I was talking about like the sister, not the aunt. I know the aunt's from Mr. Deeds.
She might be. I can't say for certain. Didn't watch it that much.
Okay.
The Aunt Dorothy's also in Edward Scissorhands too.
She's in a lot over the years, like
kind of that same character, right?
Yeah, she's usually playing her. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But she does move from being really mean to being super nice.
True.
Nowhere. She doesn't play just a regular person. She's either the nicest person or just a witch.
Howard, played by David Kochner.
Whammy!
Anchorman, yeah, obviously Anchorman.
Out Cold, that snowboarding movie that no one remembers.
Oh yeah, HBO Max would say that's a Christmas movie because there's snow in it.
Yeah, that's how they do. Is it on HBO?
Out Cold.
Yeah,
now, that's a movie I haven't heard in.
Yeah,
you know what you're gonna. You know what you're really gonna forget?
What's that?
It's got Zach Galifianakis in a big role.
Does it?
Yeah.
I won't really touch on the other kids too much. I didn't really recognize them.
Cameron and I are not going to touch on any kids. Just
yeah, that came okay. And then voice work. There's I guess a sneaky Seth Green and a sneaky Justin Roiland.
Well, yeah. Speaking of that, then should we just move it on to Unverified? Welcome to the Cult Classics Movie Phone. It's December 4th, 2015, and currently in theaters you could have seen Hateful Eight, Point Break, the remake, Concussion, Tell the Truth, remember Will Smith?
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Joy with
Jennifer Lawrence?
Jennifer Lawrence, thank you. Daddy's Home with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. The Big Short, also that year.
Ooh,
good movie. Good movie.
Star Wars, The Force Awakens, we rebooted that year.
Okay.
Oh, that was probably the best viewing experience.
He Never Died. Check it out. It's kind of a fun...
a lot of movies, no?
Yeah, it is. Kind of a fun, almost John Wick, but he's like a vampire kind of thing. In the Heart of the Sea. And about 10 other movies that I didn't write down, but it was kind of a lot of movies coming out. But you saw Krampus.
Or you rented, because it's a little before you streamed it.
What month?
December.
So this is a good movie watching month, right?
Oh, well, actually, funny enough,
one of my favorites.
They did try to capitalize on it like you normally would in like the Thanksgiving November holiday. It was originally slated for November 25th, but it got pushed back to December 4th to coincide with Krampus, or sorry on the pronunciation, which is the traditional Austrian festival held on the 5th. So they were so they literally held it back just for all the actual cultural like festivals. So it would come out the day before, then they would have the celebration.
I appreciate that. I like that.
Yeah, me too.
For all those people trying to, time up Krampus and a nice holiday movie to see, right?
Well, I'm sure people have heard of like the Krampus, like we have Santa runs, but many of these countries, like in Austrian and German folklore, have Krampus runs where grown men will dress up as Krampus, parade through the streets, and whip children.
Yeah.
All my friends, we try to match up our cycles for Krampus. We're always,
I get it. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
What do you guys got for facts?
Just out of fun, what do you think this made box office? It's not too shabby.
I'm always bad at
Again, I think this one actually did hit pretty big. So I
15 million budget, made a cool 61 mil. That ain't bad. 61 and a half. Not too bad.
I can't remember if I saw this in theaters or not, but I might have. I think I did.
This was my first viewing.
Oh, really?
I saw it like 5 years ago at your house, Cameron.
Oh.
So like I hadn't seen it before that.
Huh. Maybe I didn't see it in theaters because I would have been living with you guys. You want to hear a weird CGI fact about this?
Is it the breath?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. This is kind of cool, actually.
Okay, so even though they did shoot a lot of stuff outside and it was cold, I mean, a good amount of it was on sound studio just because it was interior, but the visible breath was put in green screen, but they recorded the breath by recording people recording the dialogue in a freezer, and then they captured that breath and put it back so it would match.
I would say maybe too much work.
I agree. I would almost just say put some fake mist that doesn't match that well because it always still looks
for them
fake.
doing so much like practical effects during this film, like just to go that extra mile with the CGI seems a little off. But
I just watched Just Friends yesterday. If you want to see a movie that has nothing but real breath and looks cold as shit,
that's cold. That's legit
Just Friends.
cold.
They all look freezing.
Go back and listen to our Just Friends episode. And if we're playing a Mount Rushmore at home, worst CGI breath that I think has aged has got to be Titanic, right?
Yeah, I mean, we were early on CGI breath.
Saying sorry.
Are you sorry?
Forgiveness.
Go back and listen to our Just Friends
episode. It was a happy
episode.
watch last night. I really enjoyed it.
The gingerbread cookie that is lowered down the chimney is attached to a hook. Now, meat hook, Kutrokur in Icelandic, is one of the Iceland's 13 Yule lads who carries a meat hook which he lowers down the chimneys in order to steal meats smoking on the fire for Christmas.
That bastard.
He visits on December 23rd, the same night Howie is taken. So just some more Icelandic creepy Christmas lore.
What I like about that is Mark did no research.
He just knows that. He just knows it.
That's the top of my head. Yeah.
Just top of the dome. What else do you guys got?
Well, just kind of leaning into what Mark just said. I didn't write all of them down, but pretty much every character that they show in the movie is actually a cultural representation of some Eastern European or European kind of folklore around Christmas. So like all the little elves and stuff, the gingerbread man, like Mark was saying, all have some cultural truth to it. So something that might have helped with the success of this, maybe as opposed to like other ones like Silent Night, Deadly Night, or Black Christmas, is in order to get this sold, they had to get it from a R rating to PG-13. And I think that does help a lot, just having a wider audience, at least around the holiday time too, to go see it.
Because it's at the tipping point, isn't it? Right on R. Excuse me. There's one too many F's in there.
It's not too graphic though, as far as actual.
I think they're saved by it's not gratuitous violence as much
no blood.
as implied death, right? I mean, there's a little blood, but not.
No,
too
I agree.
much.
I think they get it by on a little bit of language just because it's not too. It's a little campy. Some like all of it's kind of funny too. So I think they did get some leeway.
And it's hard. It's still like a pretty family-friendly movie that's scary. Kind of like, and we'll get into this, but like Gremlins.
I'd say it's close to that.
It's scary enough, but definitely gives you the creeps.
All right. Here hits the over-under on the G word, Gremlins. Take a shot.
Oh, I'd take the over. Take the over. It's about all my notes, so I don't know what that number's at, but I'd go over on this one.
There's a Wilhelm scream in the movie.
Is there?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
The teddy bear type
monster thing,
villain.
Yeah. Okay, I know. Okay, I can kind of imagine now that you say that.
I don't have a Wilhelm scream, but I gotta.
Is that your baby?
Yeah, it's pure joy. He's so happy. He just can't laugh yet.
It's the Avery scream.
Mark was talking about practical effects. A good amount of the snow that was used for this is made out of the diaper material, the plastic. So not very disposable.
Oh, good. Get that in your lungs.
So probably not.
Jesus Christ.
It's better than what they did in Wizard of Oz.
Was it asbestos?
I think that was just like pure asbestos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have been worse.
I think
they had the makeup too. They had a lot of just poison on people in that set.
Go back and listen though to our "It's a Wonderful Life." I think they used a new snow, and it was pretty titties. It was essentially like cereal, right, or something.
I think that sounds right.
Oh yeah, it was like frosted flakes.
It was like corn. It was like
Frosted
potato flakes or something, or corn. Yeah, it was something like that.
Nothing worse than going to the doctor and being like, "Yeah, I've got Pampers lung."
They're like, "Oh, that's never going away. You better just,
Tony the Tiger.
Might as well take up smoking at this point.
It's terminal."
This is kind of a fun one to look out for. I had never noticed this, but so the early shots of the other houses in the neighborhood are actually all digital because a lot of this was on a soundstage. So they took just famous houses from 80s movies and sitcoms, apparently. So
that's funny.
If you kind of pay attention, I think kind of when the daughter's walking to her boyfriend in particular, a lot of those houses are recreations from famous 80s movies, sitcoms.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh,
that might be the coolest one.
Kind of along that same line, hidden amongst the various snow globes at the end. Spoiler here for people listening. There's like I think the Psycho house is in there. Maybe a couple other houses. I think Doherty's, like the director's own house, is in one of the snow globes. So just kind of a fun Easter egg amongst others that we probably will talk about coming up.
Oh, I was talking about the Seth Green, Justin Roiland thing. If you look in Max's bedroom, he has a robot chicken.
That's what I was alluding to.
In the Rick and Morty poster. That is because, as Mark said, they both did character voices for the elves and like Gingerbread. Although like it's Seth Green and Justin Roiland.
Mark, you're the only one who hasn't given us a little.
There we go.
I always think it's weird. Like they probably spent part of their budget to get those guys, or maybe I don't know.
Not necessarily. It also seems like just something fun that they were like, "You guys want to come and do voice kind of thing?"
Yeah,
I assume they'd be down, especially since it was after the following Trick or Treat. It seems like the director gains.
And I'm not exactly sure, but I feel like there's some sort of connection to Adam Scott there.
Yeah, I mean, Adam Scott's been acting
and
for a long
in a lot
time.
of comedy things too. So I feel like there is a weird crossover.
I think there's an Adam Scott, Toni Collette situation not that they're like dating or anything, but like I think
they've had crossovers.
Yeah,
he's an interesting one because he's in serious movies, he's in a lot of comedies, he's kind of all over the board. Adam Scott.
Yeah, this isn't really unverified, but just that Krampus's true face is hidden underneath a wooden Santa Claus lifelike mask. They just kind of wanted to leave the viewer up to leave it up to you. So that's not his true face. Kind of imagine. No, that is not. That's. You don't know what Krampus looks like.
Okay. Hey, you don't have to listen to this podcast to learn things. Sometimes you can just participate in it.
I didn't write it down, but the director did have a lot of fun comments and just insight to his take on Krampus and how he did like have lots of folklore from different cultures, not necessarily just like a German folklore. How like essentially he wanted it to be like Santa's shadow, and it wasn't necessarily an outright like he's going to burst in and kill people, but it's he's having fun with it. He's mischievous.
Yeah,
it's definitely Krampus's tongue. That's for sure. I think
Krampus is for sure.
Tongue.
You get to say that one more time before this goes up from a PG-13 to R.
One more.
Yeah.
Okay, you're trying to push us.
We're on the fence. Got it. Understood.
Just so we all know, what rating are we shooting for
on our podcast? PG-13.
I'm gonna need you to blur my nipples.
Thank God.
You can show guy nipple all day, guys.
An audio podcast. Jordan's naked. Every one of these. Everybody's got to know.
Everyone.
Should we move it on to questions,
comments,
animosities?
Questions, comments, animosity.
Questions, comments, animosities. What do you guys got for me?
I've got just a broad one.
Sure.
Gingerbread cookies overrated.
I love gingerbread cookies, actually.
You do.
I love gingerbread. But you know me,
Jordan.
I like a flavorless like vanilla wafer. That's my kind of jam.
Well, you like shortbread, but gingerbread almost has too much.
Shortbread I love. I looked at Megan during the movie. We watched together because we do that most of the times. I go, hey, I don't know if I've actually had a gingerbread cookie. I've had ginger cookies.
Mom used to get them all the time. They were like the
I don't
Hostess
know
brand
if
ones that
I've had
came in the
ginger
wrapper.
snaps.
They were soft.
Yeah,
Oh, they were
I've
so
had
good.
ginger snaps. I don't know if I've actually had a gingerbread man.
No,
cookie.
yeah, okay. That's fair.
Interesting.
That's all I'm saying. I'm sure I have. I'm 36.
What's the first
so.
appendage you bite off if you do have?
I usually
head?
start head.
It is head.
I put him out of his misery if I can.
Yeah, I think unless somebody hands it to me
And you
upside
kind of
down,
you
then
look
we're
around
just
the
going
room, you
leg
kind of
first.
show everybody like, hey, look what I did.
Look what I just did. Just comment. Impressive that kid knows pretty flawless German. Seems like no one can speak it, but everyone understands it a little bit in that family.
I didn't write it down, but I was gonna be like, Grandma, I cannot understand a lick of your Austrian that you're
Nothing here.
Oh, I didn't write it
Nothing
down,
here.
but unverified trickle down. Originally, the grandma was supposed to be deaf, but they wanted to have more cultural relevance to Krampus, so they switched it to she's German.
Deaf would have been way harder.
Okay, just question: if they hate if they hate
Who does?
each other this much, the family, why even get together? Like, why even try?
Yeah.
Oh, I've wondered that. Yeah.
Like, you don't have to put yourself through that.
And it seems like they're staying for a couple days regardless of the blizzard that comes through.
Yeah,
Real
like,
question. In this scenario, you're not showing up a minute before December 24th at 6 p.m.
No.
You're not going to show up on the 23rd if you guys hate each other.
no, this isn't Christmas vacation where for some reason we're here like half the month.
I did want to make a comment, though. Prior to, once we find out that Krampus is going to, spoiler alert, make this a scary movie or whatever, this is almost as close to a beginning as every Christmas movie. I mean, this is Home Alone. This is Christmas
you've got
Vacation. Families that hate each other. They nailed that part so well.
And I did read the director wanted it to start the first half very Christmassy vibe before that turn happens, and they set the mood and established it quite well.
And that's why I'd like to move into this little category. So, Mark, hear me out.
Okay. I don't know where this is going.
This is the most Christmas feels I get from
here
like
we
one of these
fucking go.
scary horror movies ever.
Here we fucking
So
go.
once Krampus starts murdering, even though like his look is Christmas, it doesn't give me Christmas feels. If somehow this movie were to end happy, I'd be like, I think it's a Christmas movie, guys. But as we know it, I don't think it does.
Hear me out though; it still falls in that Christmas movie kind of vibe though. Of they learn
What are
a
you
lesson
trying to
at the
argue
end.
right now? Hold on. What?
I think, well, Jordan just saying aesthetically, for as far as like Black Christmas, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Gremlins goes, this one has the best Christmas feel and look at the first half, where it really sets up that
I could
Christmas
argue
vibe
that.
for
I can't
him.
argue that. Well,
But my
It's got
my
such a
argument
strong Christmas feel. I'm like, maybe this is a Christmas movie. Maybe it's changing my mind on everything. But then for 40 minutes, Krampus is murdering people. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe.
See,
not.
now
I don't
my
think it's
my
Christmas
argument is like in Christmas movies, you always have to learn that moral lesson. I'd say they all learned a lesson. It's just they don't get a bounce back from it. So I mean,
not-
it almost works. No.
no, no.
No, I just want to let you know this has got me shaking. My knees are shaking. I'm wavering because this has got
Yeah,
such
you're
strong
kinda going back
and
on your
iconic
argument here.
looks. No, Gremlins is not, but this one does it so well.
I will say Gremlins is probably second place with the Christmas aesthetic and the look, but
What do you need? One
I
extra
almost do
snowman?
feel
What
more
do you
Chris-
need?
No, it totally is there, but just for me, once people are getting murdered, I'm like, it's
That's
not a
not
Christmas
Christmas.
movie anymore. And I know Christmas movies get weird and they get dark and depressing, but you gotta get that.
People get murdered.
that
I
spirit
need
at
you
the
to
end.
know, Jordan. People get murdered on Christmas. It happens. It's happened before. It's happened. It
Yeah,
will happen this
I
year.
agree. It's just not normally by
and that's also a threat,
shadows.
Jordan, that people get murdered on Christmas. Okay, so you better turn this argument.
I know
around.
where you live, motherfucker.
People get murdered.
I have an animosity. So when the tomboy cousin starts reading the letter, every adult at some point should have stopped her from reading. Like, it even gets to the point where she's reading aloud, "My family's trash and we need assistance." Like, stop reading at that point when you realize it's getting personal and offensive about you. Like, she should have stopped herself, but an adult should have stopped.
That's it. You go Family Stone, you slam the table a little too hard and be like, it's enough.
Mr.
Go
Stone.
back and stay tuned for our Family Stone episode. That
Never
might be
gonna
like
let it happen.
seven Christmases from now, but we're going to get it in there.
Oh no.
Okay, I
Yeah,
have a
no,
genuine-
that's a good animosity. Like, yeah, you got to stop her.
I have some questions actually now about Krampus powers and blizzards and things. Number one, so after Max tears up the letter and it's like, I wish my family would go away, like Kevin McAllister, we see the storm come in, and that's kind of when they start getting trapped, right?
Yep.
The next
Yes.
morning, they still got a delivery, and there's still a delivery man that drove into that system.
God
and
bless
also,
Amazon, right? Jeff
well, and they're
Bezos, he knows
also
what he's
showing
doing.
they're showing the
Think it was
neighbor's
DHL.
house.
Shout out to DHL.
Well, they're also showing the neighbor house. Well, even there might be the other guys. He's even like, I don't know, we're still delivering. Way to go, DHL. But even like when they go to the boyfriend's house, it's like that's all torn up. It seems like they were fighting. There's that cookie. There's the gingerbread man with the knife through it. So were other people affected and dying because of this shitty family?
I thought about this. I think they're just trapped in Krampus. I don't think it affected everybody. I don't think the
What do you
blizzard
mean
was
in
going
Krampus?
on with
That's
it.
not like a.
Sorry,
It's not a state of mind. It's not.
no, I know
Isn't
it's
it
not.
the-
But I'm
isn't
saying
Christmas a
I'm
state
saying
of mind?
Krampus is only attacking
Mark,
them and their
how
family.
did you not
Fair.
learn from Muppet Christmas Carol by now? But the Christmas is all year round.
No, just I don't think this is going on in the community, and I could be wrong. I thought it was
but
just
hear me out. Then
isolated
they
to this
show
family.
the dead delivery, like they show other people who are not the family, or is that just like not real? It's just like mind games fucking with them. Like that's not a real guy.
Well, sorry. Then based on that, it's just every house is every snow person we see in that's real dead people, real time dead people.
Possibly. That's my question. Do you think?
I
Do
couldn't
you think
tell.
this is
I didn't
singular for
think
the
so.
family, or do you think Krampus is like, sorry,
No,
your
no,
neighbors?
no. Krampus comes around when the Christmas spirit has been deteriorated. You know, it's when there's a lack of Christmas spirit, right?
So does he just run amok on Jewish families?
Every single year. Yeah, seems pretty
Or
anti-Semitic.
it's like,
Krampus.
hey, no harm, no foul. I like
Hand up.
There's two sides to a short. There's an upside and a downside, and I don't mess with that.
No, that's a good question though.
I have to imagine they're not really dead, or like those are elves in disguise kind of thing. Like it's all just mind games.
I don't think that based off the movie, there's a definitive answer. I think you could see it going either way.
Yeah, because it also seems like in the old German animated part that Krampus was fucking with that whole town for losing spirit, but they were
Right.
just war torn. Maybe, show some Christmas kindness.
Yeah, what year was that? We could explain a lot by what year that
Seeming
was.
pretty World War II from the looks of it.
Actually, on the flip side of that, I did like that little flashback from the grandma, like what
Yeah.
was
Oh,
that
yeah.
animation? Like that.
Reminded
that was a nice touch.
me of Harry Potter, Deathly
Harry Potter
Hallows.
7, yeah.
I like that too.
Same feel, really killed it. Yeah.
Oh,
There's one more in there. I wish we could do a quick Mount Rushmore because there's
with the
one
elder
more movie that
fucking
really
wand or
fucking
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing. I was just like, comment. I barely remembered this, but that daughter is barely in this movie. We got to set the scene. It's scary, but she's out before the first 20 minutes. I'm not
She
even
was the
sure.
first one, no, right?
Yeah.
That's a creepy part when she's like going to the boyfriend's house and you can just see Krampus like jumping from rooftop to rooftop.
And her being
That's
out there
creepy.
alone in the blizzard. That in general, there are some actually generally creepy moments in this movie.
What's your what do you think is the creepiest like side character?
So the big Jack in the Box,
snake,
yeah, that
the big
opens its
snake with
mouth.
the mouth.
Yeah, that thing's weird. I mean, there's also weird, funny things watching it slither around sometimes, but like
I
its
think
mouth's fucked up.
the flying like owl doll thing that like
Okay.
sucks everybody's face off. That's
That
fucking
angel's
creepy.
possible tree topper thing.
Yeah, that's
when
frightening.
the aloe tree topper gets shot by the ant, man, I laughed out loud. I literally laughed because it was so funny. I loved that scene when she's like, "I'm about to shoot everything dead."
David Kochner, his scene fighting it might be the gingerbread men. is
You
kinda
believe
funny
this
to me.
senile bullshit? There's some funny like swear bear lines in this movie.
How, they are disbelieving her a little too far into like they've seen some weird shit. Like as soon as that kid gets sucked up the chimney, Krampus is real. I'm like, oh, that's pretty
Oh
weird.
yeah, we're past the point of
Yeah,
Or like, hey
denied.
grandma, like now explain yourself. What's
Can I
going
can I
on?
give you a can I all right this may derail us too much because I do actually let's get to I'll get to bigger animosity in a second.
Okay.
David Kochner's got some really funny line, or Kochner, I apologize if you're listening out there. In general, he's over the top in most movies and I don't like it, but my favorite line by is like, "I'm sorry that I thought you were a spineless pussy this whole time." It's like, why would you say
That's
that?
funny.
Like that's.
So
Can I get my biggest animosity?
Back to back. Okay, yeah.
Sorry, Grandma. You know what the fuck's going on.
Yep.
You shouldn't sit in the corner. If the fire needs to be going, keep the fire going. Speak English if you can speak English. Obviously, this is your second time dealing with Krampus. It's fucking back and you know it. Like, you waited way too long. You're heroic. I'm going to let Krampus kill me 20 minutes from now. Wasn't that heroic? You could have been a hero 45 minutes ago, a day ago.
Kids out. Yep.
Yeah, she should have been way more forthcoming as soon as she kind of pretty much knew it was happening. And also,
When did she know?
So, question: if they just would have been
Immediately.
able to keep the fire going, could they have beat Krampus? Could
Is
they
that
have made it through?
I'm positive that was it. I mean, stay away from the windows. It's like any bad storm.
Yeah.
But it seemed like the fire was a big fucking thing.
But was it a real kind of timeline, or was it Krampus timeline where like he was going to be like it was going to be Christmas Eve until he got those fuckers?
Okay, so if it wasn't the deal with the fire, why was she stressing so importantly keep the fire going?
I mean, that does keep Krampus out. It was the elves that just came in the door. So, I mean, she wasn't wrong if they could have just relit the fire. Also, comment on that. They do not have enough firewood to keep that going for more than a couple hours. I never see a pile anywhere. I don't know where it's
in
coming
my
from.
in my head, I was assuming they were going to start just burning stuff
chairs
from the
and- yeah.
house,
Nope.
but then it just never happened.
Nope. It turns out that just had enough firewood nearby and didn't have to go outside ever.
It's a good point there. That's a good point.
Like, I would have at most 3 hours of firewood at hand. Like, even if I had like a pile.
literal wood? You have like actual wood or just stuff you could burn in the house?
Both. Yeah. But, I mean, that is my firewood right now. Stuff I could burn in the house. But
Like the Jake Gyllenhaal movie, 2012. You start burning books.
Day After Tomorrow.
Day After Tomorrow. That's right.
Well, if you're lucky enough to be in
There's
the
a-
Library of
there's a-
Congress or something. I forget where he's at, but New York Library.
There's enough snow in that movie that HBO Max would say it's a Christmas movie.
okay, here we go.
Hey, is that on HBO Max?
I don't know.
Every
it might
time
be.
you say it, I'm
Check
like,
out
oh,
HBO
really?
Max.
Is it there right now?
Okay. Can I Mount Rushmore? And this isn't a Mount Rushmore category, but just Blizzard movies. I'm gonna throw in Day After Tomorrow. I'm gonna throw this, and then I gotta throw Stephen King's.
Gray?
What's that one?
Oh, Storm of the Century.
Storm of the Century. Oh yeah, give me what they want.
That's good.
Snowed in.
That's good snow. That's good snow.
And then
movie.
Snow Day for the rest of you little kiddies at home, 90s kids.
Listen to the wind.
Oh, duh. Obviously,
Well, it's Snow Day.
The Shining.
Oh,
The Shining's
okay.
got to be on there.
Oh yeah, 2 Stephen King's up on there.
Anyway, Mark, can I get that Listen to the Wind one more time? I stole your
Listen to
thunder.
the wind. No, I was gonna say I wish I would have seen this movie at the same age that I saw Gremlins because I think I'd have the same sort of love for it. I saw Gremlins when I was like, I don't know, like 10, 12 years old. I just think I'd have like a nostalgic feel for this movie more.
I think
and it'd be-
this and Gremlins has the even when we went back to like we just did Poltergeist, there's some PG-13 movies that are just made for like a 10-year-old or a 7-year-old that are just scary enough but not too much where you could enjoy it with like a whole family. And I think Krampus
But again,
falls into
it
that.
also are just good enough that like as an adult, I enjoy it as well too.
Yeah, first
Oh,
watch,
yeah.
I knew that I just would have loved this as a kid.
I don't think you can ever go back and recreate like true nostalgia, but I think movies like this that do so well, it makes you feel nostalgic, even though we weren't kids.
Thank
when we
you,
saw it.
Jordan. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
So, good.
No, just like a Bing Crosby arrangement of a Christmas song fits very well into like a horror movie.
Perfect. Yeah.
Even
What
if
do
it's
we-
not a
what do- do
Christmas
we-
movie, like or not a horror movie, like that's
Oh yeah,
kinda
for
scary.
sure.
Kind of chilling. So, question, and this might even go back to like, is Krampus really fucking with the whole neighborhood? Because he's there for over 24 hours. What's he doing with all that downtime that he's not messing around with that family? I mean, the elves and the other creatures are doing a lot of the scaring until the very end. He
don't
snags
think-
the daughter, then he has a whole day that he
You
doesn't
don't think
do anything.
Krampus needs like to sleep a little bit, like get
Well,
some down.
I'm thinking he's messing with this whole family. Like Max's letter maybe brought him there, but I think maybe he's rampaging a bit. He's going around.
Seems like he's just jumping from house to house, murdering families.
So it
from what I
is a
gathered,
neighborhood
from what
thing.
I've seen.
I think
If it is, then that's what he's doing. Yeah.
because he has a lot of
So-
downtime in between. So what's he doing?
Okay, so this is going to get into. If you're listening to this, you probably saw the end of the movie, but whatever. You
Are
know,
we going
spoiler alert. Not necessarily all the way there, but if the end of the movie plays out the way it does, and they get stuck in the snow globe, right? So then, if Krampus happened to the whole neighborhood, everybody else is just dead, right?
Yeah, seems so. Seems like he dragged a lot of people down to his pit to Krampus. Hell.
But if you noticed though, everybody that we thought was killed, right, within the actual immediate family, the aunts and uncles, the sister, whatever, they're all in the snow globe, right? So this is just like This is Max's like permanent hell, and everybody else is just kind of like there, or they?
I think they all got dragged down with him. Yeah, I think they're all there.
Okay.
Mike, would it be maybe all those other snow globes are like, and the neighbors, and that's everybody else that was around that I got.
Oh, that's just the whole town. It's not as all inclusive. It's not like 1,000 years of Krampuses. It was just that one night. It's like, yeah, really cleaned up. Look at all these snow globes.
This town's full of a bunch of assholes, and I just took them all. DHL guy, real rude. I kind of like that how it ends though. Would you have liked a Christmas ending with this when he's like, I just want my family back if they woke up and it wasn't the snow globe?
Well, if we're talking, for me personally, if he wanted it to be a real holiday Christmas movie, then yes, I would have loved that. But because this is a horror movie set at Christmas, I like this ending better.
With that ending, would you have assumed it's a dream, or do you think he would have gotten his wish? How would you have leaned with that interpretation?
I'm so glad it's not a dream. I don't think it's a dream.
I don't think it's a dream either. I just want to put that out there.
Let me ask you this. Do you think they're in sort of this snow globe purgatory that they have to relive this Krampus Christmas Day over and over? Or is it just that Krampus now can sort of keep a close eye on them?
I was curious about that too, and my interpretation might be that they're just stuck together now. He's like, "Oh, you wanted to have like family how it was.
No,
now every day you're gonna wake up, it's that Christmas day.
So they're in like Krampus Christmas hell.
Yeah, they're like in a weird Christmas Day purgatory, Groundhog Day situation.
Okay,
but they don't have to relive the horror. They're just stuck forever.
I think so,
right?
So they're still stuck with people
That's
they hate.
how I picture. I didn't even think about it the other way.
My thought was,
I thought about that too. I was like, is he gonna fuck with them just every night?
My thought was just like that. When Max opened the Christmas ornament, the bell, Krampus bell, whatever, it's just sort of a reminder that like, hey, I've got my eye on you guys.
See, I could have liked that too if it was like, we're not in the snow globe, but it's like, it was real. Kind of like Polar Express, where he's like, oh, it wasn't a dream.
Yes.
Well, I liked
Correct.
it. I would have liked it better that way, because in my head, that means that Max, much like the grandma, is going to have to relive this someday because he really did give up on Christmas.
True.
It's like Krampus is like herpes. You never get rid of me.
Jesus.
I'm going to keep my eye on
Like,
you.
I'm not always inflamed, but it is going to be awful once it does
lives.
pop up again. Yeah, there you go.
I was like reading through a couple like Reddit threads. There was a couple people who wanted like an epic like Santa battle at the end, where Santa that's kind of silly though, right? I didn't want
that David Harbour movie is out now and it looks great.
For the movie, that's dumb, but just for me, I'm like, that's cool. That's cool. Let's see what Santa. But in my mind, if you're asking me who I'm picking, Krampus. I'll fucking.
Krampus
I say
Yeah.
you got to leave Santa out of it. Krampus goes to places where there is no Christmas spirit. He's not fighting for people. That's the counter. That's the.
I believe he wants you to have Christmas spirit.
Yeah,
Right?
it's the anti Santa. It's like, oh, you didn't have spirit. I'm sending that guy. He knows. He knows he's coming.
Isn't the Antichrist Santa Claus the Easter Bunny? Kind of deals with the death and the resurrection. No,
Yeah, I mean,
No?
yeah,
Or
I see where
birthday?
you're coming
Religious
from,
side.
but
Yeah, I see where he's
as
coming
far
from.
as like my claymation goes, no.
No. Okay. Oh, how you feel about the Krampus? I like the way I like the art direction they picked on it. That could have ruined the goddamn movie.
True.
but it added so
But
much.
again, I'm just now learning that was like a Santa mask, and we're not seeing his face. I always thought I always was like, that's a weird stiff face direction to go with, but I kind of liked it. But now it's even creepier that he's just kind of under there.
It's creepier, right? It kind of leaves you up to your own imagination.
Yeah, I like that now. But I just
Hooves
thought that
and
was his
horns
face.
always are scary, right?
Yeah.
Like that's sort of like a demonic.
What's scarier?
Fainting goats. Those are fun.
I think I'm gonna go hooves.
Hooves or horns? Are you asking?
Horns are
Yeah.
pointy and
Horns are more iconic, but hooves are. There's nothing good
Bottom
happening
half
when
of a
there's hooves
goat
where they
is
shouldn't
pretty
be.
scary. If you're like,
It's pretty scary, Cameron.
That's pretty scary.
Hooves, you can be like, oh, those sorry, horns. Those are pretty.
Mr. Tumnus was Mr. Tumnus scary, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Big
And I
time.
think he had horns
Charming,
too.
but scary.
Hold up,
Mr.
is he just a
Tumnus,
little
yes, of
Krampus
course
now that
he-
I think about it? Didn't he have horns?
That place would have been Krampus all over because there was never Christmas.
That's true. That spirit must have been real low.
Yeah, but then Aslan comes back and Santa Claus is like, I'll check it out. Aslan's here? I'll check it
Oh,
out.
your lion Jesus is back?
Oh, sweet. Lion Jesus is here because that witch is scary.
Can I say something about little Howie?
Sure.
About his.
Go ahead.
He's just eating everything. Like a gingerbread cookie comes down into the fireplace, he just immediately goes for it.
He deserves to be taken. He's Augustus Gloop.
He does.
He had to learn a lesson.
Who had another problem like that was Augustus Gloop. That's correct, Cameron.
Thank you.
I will say this, and this is no insult to the actor. The
You
kid that
can't
played
drink
it.
out of the chocolate river
They
without
nailed
getting
that
sucked
kid.
up into a tube.
That kid actually was kind of funny how vacant he was.
Yeah, like I feel like I related with that character. I'm like, am I looking in a mirror? I will say this though, Mark. You could, we all could drink from
I scream, you
a
scream.
chocolate river. We could all drink from a chocolate river, but if you're gluttonous, you just can't because you can fall.
Would you drink from a chocolate river though? I don't know if I would. I don't know what like.
Not at a factory.
I'm gonna tell you what. Immediately during that tour, you're gonna realize
Not the chocolate river that
in
runs
that
through
part
a
of the-
factory. But if I ran into like an eccentric like rich person in its house, I'd be like, maybe I'll try.
Do you know what sucks about that tour? They aren't offered water ever. They have just sugar mouth the whole time, and they're walking
It's
everywhere.
bad. Sugar mouth is bad too. It's not.
never a beverage. Let's get off Willy Wonka. Do we have any other?
I do have one question to go back to the movie. Who is scarier? And think about it just for a second. Don't just jump off like your gut instinct, or do your gut instinct. I don't give a shit. Who's scarier, Krampus or the grandma?
Krampus.
Okay,
He's a demonic.
Mark's thinking about
He's a
it.
demonic goat man creature that dragged them all to purgatory. Should we move it on to recasting? Recasting. Per usual, I don't really care about the kids because no one knows kid actors, so I kind of skip those. Who are some low people you guys want to start with?
Howie Jr. Augustus Gloop.
Yeah, sure. That's fine with me.
I'm just kidding. I didn't really have any of the kids.
The only one I did do was Beth, the daughter, and I just threw it away. It was Sarah Hyland or the daughter from Cobra Kai. But
I like
just-
Sarah Hyland there.
Sure,
I did.
right.
She's very popular now. She's in Wednesday.
oh,
Wednesday Adams. Jenna
Ortega. Sure.
Yep.
Jordan, do you have any of the kids, or do you want to move on to someone else?
I can do yours. It's just the older sister from Stranger Things.
Yep. Sure.
Okay. Yeah. I just spaced on her name, but I get her going. Did anyone do Omi?
Natalie Dyer.
Natalie Dyer.
Yeah.
Did anyone do Omi, the German grandmother?
The grandma from fucking Happy Gilmore. That's
Okay.
she's dead now. It's like I can't remember her name even.
I had a twofold. I had a looks like Sissy Spacek,
Okay.
and then I had a recast Dr. Klopek from the Burbs.
Okay, I like your second one better almost. I'm not sure about this one, but I did Jessica Lange. Not going with a German actress, but just someone who could be dark and scary. American Horror Story. You know.
I do like it better, especially in a lot of horror movies. I think it would have taken away if you
Have a
recognized
star.
the
I mean,
actor.
other
Yes,
than
correct.
I mean, we do
Absolutely.
actually. The parents we recognize them all.
No, that's fine.
The
But
scary
I
old
feel like
grandma.
for this character, the scary old grandma works better when you don't recognize it.
Trickle down on Verified. She was the third on the casting call, but 3 people had to bail out.
Oh, there you
So
go.
that's how we got this one. How about Aunt Dorothy? I'll throw mine out
Just
there.
felt a little.
Roseanne Barr.
Ooh, that's
Okay.
good.
I did Kathy Bates.
I was gonna do Kathy Bates,
That's
and then Roseanne
better.
Barr popped in my head.
I can't help it, but this is what popped up, and I know it's going to be weird, but Melissa McCarthy, just
No.
let her kind of lean into it before she.
That works for me.
I don't know.
That's good.
That works.
Yeah, I actually
I
like,
like
that.
Kathy Bates. I like Kathy Bates. Like
I like
by
them
far
all.
the best,
They
so.
would all like.
Have their own take on it.
It all works. It all works.
Well, we'll just keep these going together. How about Howard?
Linda and Howard.
Yeah, let's do
Howard.
Linda first.
I did Roseburn. A little, still maybe could be kind of annoying. Aunt.
Okay.
However you say it, but
I
Roseburn.
I could see that maybe working. I did someone with a southern accent, someone who could maybe pull out some of the trashy. Anna Paquin.
Interesting.
Oh.
I don't know if she's good at the southern accent, but
I'm
definitely
pretty
did
sure she's
one.
southern.
What?
She might not be, but
Okay. All right. Mine's weird, and it's in duo.
Okay.
So alone, it's gonna sound bad. But I went Jamie Lee Presley because I wanted the white trash,
Okay.
and she would play
that'd
it
be good.
to go along with. Can I give my
Go
Howard?
now, Howard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Danny McBride?
Oh, that'd be kind of fun.
Danny McBride. Damn, that's what I was fucking thinking of. I went John Favreau.
Okay.
Oh, I definitely thought that.
But what's that movie where he's like a meathead?
4 Christmases.
Yes. Like,
Go back and see our
that's
episode of 4
kinda-
Christmases.
That's kind of where
You could
I was,
also.
like,
I
vibing on
can't
that.
remember that lady's his wife in that, but she would. In fact, they could just those two. Do
Those
it.
two, yeah. You could just cross that over.
Just bring it on over.
I have two here. First off, we're going the funnier side. Rob Corddry, Hot Tub Time Machine, bald guy.
I like that a lot.
And then number two, Kurtwood Smith. He's the dad on that '70s show that plays Red Foreman.
Oh,
too much.
He's old, like not him now. It'd have to be a younger version of him, but I think I like the Rob Corddry better. It'd be funnier.
Just because I like Rob Corddry so much, I would 100% do him.
It'd be a good one. How about, what are we on to now? Sarah, the mother.
Again, go back and listen to our Knives Out. Maybe I went a little too strong, but I think
it makes
that's a real good.
I think it makes more sense if you do both
together.
Tom and Sarah, just like mom and dad together. So go mom and dad together.
I did for Sarah the mom, Uma Thurman, and for the dad, for Tom, I did Colin.
You did look-alike.
I did Colin Hanks.
Ooh, Colin Hanks.
I don't know. It's not necessarily. It's not a funny role. It's not. I mean, it's kind of fun. Like it's not too serious.
I mean, it's like a straight guy. Plus, Colin Hanks kind of can play the pushover husband a little bit.
That was kind of what I was going for.
Mark, do you want me to go or do you want to
yes,
go?
the Uma Thurman was on the look-alike page.
I was going to go look-alike, but then once I did Jenna Ortega, I'm like Gwyneth Paltrow. I mean, we got to have a sort of Latin American father. I don't know. So I went, I scratched that, and I went Mila Kunis and Jason Bateman.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Ooh, damn, I like that.
I like that, actually. Do they play a couple in something?
Not that I know of. Dang, I like Jason Bateman a lot. I will go Paul Rudd and Julianne Moore.
Okay. I'm not the biggest Julianne Moore fan, but I mean, you got me with Paul Rudd.
I like Julianne Moore. I think she's a good actress,
That's
too.
an
I think she's a good actress,
too,
but for some reason she bothers me. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I get that. Some people are like that. Is it 'cause she speaks about... Whatever, that's what I did.
Oh, for the little kid, I did Mason Have you guys seen Black Phone?
Yeah. Oh, you did
No,
the
I
kid from
haven't
that?
seen it yet.
I did the kid from Black Phone.
Okay. See, that's the problem.
the kid from
Any
Super
kid
8.
recasting, it's always like, have you seen this? I did the kid from that.
right.
And that it's always
I was gonna do like kid from Jumanji, kid from ET, like
Yeah.
yeah, those
kid
are
from
those you
whatever.
can
Spy
get-
Kids.
Yeah, I can understand that more than you give me a name. That's where I always run into problems. with
You
these.
know, it'd be way worse if I was like, oh, I watched this local production of something and I've been scouting kids for a podcast. Let me get my.
Do you guys
let me
know
get
the
Playbill out real
Cedar
quick.
Rapids local player rendition of Les Mis? Have you guys seen that?
Yeah, and that's how they got
Perfect
Harry
Gavroche.
Potter. Yeah.
Should we move it on to Mount Rushmore? Top 4.
Top 4.
Mount Rushmore Top 4.
Welcome back to Mount Rushmore. We couldn't think of enough scary Christmas movies, so we're doing our top Adam Scott movies and or TV. Mark's starting it off this
Ooh,
week.
TV was in it.
Well, I just said our top Adam Scott, so you know whatever you want.
Okay.
Oh,
My name is Derek.
classic.
I can say yeah.
So
Step Brothers.
Mark's going Step Brothers. That honestly is maybe one of Adam Scott's funniest roles to me.
I think it's by far
a
his
small
funniest
role.
role.
It's a funny fucking role.
He plays just kind of a meathead brother, well, a douche brother, but God, it's hilarious.
Douche brother, I
That-
think. Douche
Don't mind
brother.
me. I'm going to smoke a J outside in the back.
Yeah, he's pretty funny in that one. That's maybe honestly his top for me.
You
as
want to
well.
punch me, don't you?
You want to punch me right in the face? Go ahead, do it.
So fucking good.
Jordan, what is
Yeah,
your
that's
favorite
mine.
Adam Scott?
Step Brothers.
I like that call.
So this is my favorite movie that has Adam Scott in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's maybe not necessarily my favorite role of him, but he is in The Aviator. He plays like the publicist. SEX. We're talking about S. He has like 3-minute screen time, but I like that movie and I like
When
him
I was
in it.
looking through his filmography, he's been in just a shit ton. It's usually a
He's been in
side or
tons.
supporting character, but he's been in a lot.
I'd say I'll save an honorable mention though. I do really like a role that he's in that's like a main role for him, so I'll save that. But Aviator,
Is it a new show?
it is a new show. Yeah.
Oh, it's the
Is
Severance
it
one.
Severance.
Yeah, Severance. Megs and
I've
I
heard
watched
nothing but
that,
good
and
things. I
he's
do
good
want
in
to watch
and
it.
So I would put Severance as probably out of the roles I've seen him in. Like he's really good.
Sorry, Cameron, if that was
No,
your
I actually haven't
pick.
seen it yet, so I can't. I mean, I just have to say it's maybe not my favorite role of his because his character's not that likable, but I love the show Parks and Rec, so I have to throw that up there as mine, show it some respect. But
Yep, understood.
I was talking about this off break with Mark. Old school, you might remember him as being the bully in Boy Meets World. He had a kid.
Oh, I thought you
Oh
were saying
my
the-
god.
He's a kid actor in that. Well, he's probably late
I
teens.
still
early
have to
20s.
see him like physically in like.
He looks the
I think it's about
exact
time
same.
that I rewatch that.
The exact.
Does he really?
He does.
Hasn't aged a bit.
No, he's looked like a 20-year-old. I mean, he's like in his 50s or some shit. He's late 40s. He's up there.
Yeah, he's probably close to 50.
Yeah.
ages well.
Yeah, it's crazy. I have to say, Walter Mitty. It's not his best role, but he has an impressively thick beard and well groomed in that movie, and I want to give him respect for that.
Does
Well,
he play
he's in
the
a-
boss in that?
He's the one firing everybody. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of his vibe in a lot of roles. Is that just straight man and just douche and killjoy?
He's in a 2 Chainz video. He's
he?
in a 2 Chainz music video. Yeah, head of finance for record label is what it says. 2 Chainz featuring Adam Scott. Expensify this.
I
music video.
guess I'll put a shout out because I do like Hot Tub Time Machine 1 quite a bit more than Hot Tub Time Machine 2, but he's in it and he adds to it.
That's true.
He doesn't detract.
I didn't want to throw that up there just because it was a forgotten movie, but I mean, he's in it. It's good. Well,
He's
the first
also
one.
in the reboot of the What Hot American Summer.
True. Not in the original, but he did
It
get.
feels like he's in that crew. He got not his start, but in it's a TV show called Party Down. I can't tell if it's the White Hot American Summer
Rob
crew
Corddry's
or like
from
the-
that too, right?
Yeah. So like
I feel like
it's
a lot of
TV
people that
show-
did Adult Swim shows were kind of that more crew.
Yeah, they're like work for a catering company and shenanigans approved.
That we probably should have put that one up higher. I also shout out to the show Little Evil. It was where he was playing the stepfather to essentially the Spawn of Satan and Omen situation. It was a comedy series on Netflix from a few years back. It's pretty funny. Let us know what you thought of our favorite Adam Scott's, but that was our take on Krampus. If you like what you heard, make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast app, rate and review. If you want more content, check out the Whole Majestic Jam Network, I'm Not Crazy, Urban Hermit, the High Wire Podcast. And until then, we're going to check you on the next episode. Bye. Bye. Bye.